All right, second part of this section 4. Given 2 points, write an equation in slope-intercept form. I guess I should write that up here. In slope-intercept form, which is this. So, it says first find the slope, and then we're going to have to use that slope to go from here. This is kind of the summary of what we've been doing all chapter. So we're going to have to review some slope here. So help me out. Give us a little review lesson. What is the formula for slope? Felipe or Justin? What's my formula for slope? Do you remember? The y2s and the x2s, and who can help me with that one? Nate.
y2 minus y1.
Yeah, y2 minus y1 over
x2 minus x1.
All right, so let's go here. My slope, y2, I always like to label these. x2, y1, x1. So I see that as 5 minus negative 4. Is that right? Over negative 3 minus 6. So the slope is, help me here, Brittany. I get positive 9 over negative 9. So my slope is what? Negative 1. That worked out nicely. All right, so that's my slope. TJ, that kind of a reminder back to section 1. You okay there? Now I take this slope, and I'm going to pick a point. It doesn't matter which point you pick. You can pick A, you can pick B, you'll get the same answer. But both are correct. You need to be comfortable with that. I'm going to pick point A. So I'm just going to say pick either point, because when you get home tonight, you're going to be like, why did he pick that? It doesn't matter. So I'm going to pick point A, and I'm going to rewrite point A down, 6, negative 4. And now I'm going to write an equation. Remember this form? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That was called the point slope form. And so, Sam, I'm just going to stick in my values. Y minus negative 4. So that becomes y plus 4 equals negative 1 times x minus x1, which is the 6. And there it is. So this is step 2. That's called point slope. There's step 1, getting the slope. Now we have to make sure we've answered the question. It says, manipulate the equation to put it into slope-intercept form. Is this slope-intercept form? No. So we have to remember to distribute the negative 1 and then bring over the 4. So Ashley, can you distribute that negative 1 for me? Negative 1x plus 6. All right? And then how do I move that plus 4 over? Okay, subtract 4. Y equals negative 1x plus 2. And so there's our second form. Y-intercept, 0, 2. Slope, negative 1. This one up here, point slope, and then the first box is the slope itself. This would be the complete problem. We did all the different processes. We found the slope, we found the point slope form, and we found the slope intercept. If you mess up on this very first step, are things going to have problems? So you got to be careful there. Once you get your slope, compare with your neighbor, make sure you both have the same slope, and then move on from there. Okay? Let's look at a second example. What's that?
Confusing.
Well, it's a little bit longer. It's tying, section 1 and section 3, and it's tying all these different sections together into this one piece. But we're going to keep reviewing this. I actually kind of have half of tomorrow just to review. So I didn't want to push 2 lessons tomorrow. I have half of tomorrow just for reviewing this. So let's find the slope here. Who can walk me through it? If it helps, I always love to label these once again. Talk me through the slope. Jelon, go ahead. Okay, negative 3 minus 8. Keep going. Okay. So the slope of CD over, so the slope of CD, just 11. Okay. So there's our first part. The slope of CD is 11. All right, so now we write our equation. Y minus Y1 equals M times X minus X1. Jalon, since this is your problem, you want to pick point C or point D? Okay. Use point C, which is 2, 8. I actually like that because they're both positives. It makes it easier. Go ahead, Jalon. Y minus 8 equals 11 times X minus 2. All right, put a box around that. There's step 2. Brett, are you okay distributing? Go ahead. And bring over that 8, Brett. Negative 22 plus 8.
Yeah, sorry.
Isn't that 14?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. I do it too. Does that second one work better, Nate?
Yeah.
Kind of flow 1, flow 2, flow 3. It's just kind of boom, boom, boom. And walking it through. Would this be hard to graph? This bottom one. Where do you have to start on the graph? Way down at negative 14, and then where's your slope? All the way up 11 and over 1. How steep is this thing? That's pretty steep. If you were climbing that as a mountain, it would be very, very probably good to have crampons and ropes and all those kinds of different things, depending if you're on snow or rock or whatever the case. All right, so sliding down here, I put the practice quiz as a reminder. So let's just make sure we get that taken care of.